Hey, what's up everyone? John here from testprepinsight.com, and today I'm going to be directly comparing Memrise and Mondly. I've personally used and tested each of these language programs, and now it's time to tell you which one is more effective. So if you're ready, let's get to it. Okay, welcome back. I should mention up front here that since I'll just be focusing on the major highlights today, if you find you need more detail at any point, or you really want to dig in regarding lesson structure, format, and learning framework, you can always check out our full detailed written comparison over on our website. An easy way to get there is just to Google Test Prep Insight, Memrise vs. Mondly. Alright, so to kick things off and give some quick context, let's quickly compare pricing and affordability. Both companies actually offer a free version, but as you might expect with anything that's free these days, there are some drawbacks. To cut right to the chase, the free versions from both companies are very limited. So as a result, most people choose to upgrade to their paid plans. With Mondly, that would be the premium plan, which unlocks all of Mondly's content and features. This costs around $10 per month or around $48 if you want to pay up for an entire year in advance. With Memrise, that would be their Pro plan, which costs around $8 if you'd like to go month to month, or $5 per month if you want to pay up for an entire year in advance. Both companies also offer lifetime options as well if you're looking to learn multiple language over an extended period of time. So overall, pricing between the two companies is pretty close, and also pretty affordable if I must say. Memrise and Mondly are two of the cheaper language learning apps on the market. Also, I should mention that both Mondly and Memrise do offer deals and special promotions from time to time, so be sure to check out the description below for coupon codes. I'll drop any current discounts that I can find down there for you. And by the way, if I could just say, we work really hard to produce honest, helpful, and informative content, all totally free. So if Memrise or Mondly end up being the right choice for you, we'd really appreciate it if you'd use those links listed down below in the description. Using those links supports our channel and allows us to keep creating these types of helpful videos. And if it turns out that neither Memrise or Mondly are a great fit, it's no problem at all. My ultimate goal is to get you matched up with the right language program. And we have a ton of other helpful reviews and comparisons of other language courses that you can check out. Alright, so now that we've covered subscription options and pricing, let's quickly talk about what the core lessons are like from both companies. Starting with Memrise. Each Memrise lesson typically begins with a series of short videos where locals speaking in their native language introduce you to new words and phrases. From there, you'll complete a variety of exercises and drills that span listening, speaking, reading, and writing to ensure that you understand what you've just learned. I'm talking multiple choice questions, fill in the blanks, speed games, selecting correct translations, writing full sentences, etc. And the nice thing with Memrise is that you can adjust your preferences to essentially control how long you want each lesson or session to be. You can learn 10 new words per session, or you can really stretch them out to cover 50 new words and phrases if you want. Basically, you're in the driver's seat. Then moving over to Mondly, their lessons are actually pretty similar to those of Memrise minus the video clips of native speakers. Each lesson is made up of a dozen or so quick-hit interactive drills and exercises. But where Mondly really makes their mark is with their VR and AR apps, which I'll cover in more detail here in a second. And I know I covered that pretty quickly, so if you want to dive deeper or see examples of the lessons or drills from either company, be sure to check out that full written comparison I mentioned. I'll have it linked down below in the description. I have screenshots and examples over there so you can get a better feel for how each program works. Alright, so time for the good stuff. Let's get to the main advantages of using Memrise over Mondly and vice versa. And let's start with Memrise. Advantage number one in their favor has to be the video clips of native speakers that they integrate into the lessons. This is a key differentiator between Memrise and Mondly. Within the Memrise lessons, you actually get to watch locals teach you new vocabulary. This really helps make the lessons feel more authentic and personal. You get to see the person's body language, hand gestures, and inflection as they speak, which in my opinion is extremely beneficial. It really helps you understand the subtle nuances and learn the target language faster. So overall, I have to give Memrise props here. They really went the extra mile by incorporating video into their lessons. Alright, so advantage number two in favor of Memrise. They provide customers access to hundreds and hundreds of user-generated courses in addition to their own. This allows you to go beyond the standard lessons and really explore specific topics that might be of interest to you. For example, if you're learning Korean, there are courses that touch on local colleges, romance, K-pop music, Korean slang, the list goes on and on. I think it's safe to say that you'll likely never run out of content with Memrise. And I think it's awesome that you can build super unique courses that match your specific interests, hobbies, and passions. You can essentially build an entire language program around your individual likes and dislikes to keep you interested and motivated. Okay, so let's flip the script now and cover the major advantages in favor of Mondly. But before I get to that, I should mention that every single month here at Test Prep Insight, we give away a free language learning course to one lucky person. It's super simple to enter. everyone is eligible. I'll put all the details down below in the description, but just know, it takes less than 10 seconds to enter, and hey, you never know, you could win a free Memrise Pro or Mondly Premium subscription. Alright, so advantage number 1 for Mondly, and really the only feature I need to talk about here is how Mondly tries to gamify the language learning experience and make it fun. And the coolest aspect in this regard has to be their virtual reality and augmented reality learning apps, which are designed to complement the company's standard lessons. This is really where Mondly differentiates itself from Memrise and other competitors, and why they're widely considered a pioneer in the digital language learning space. The Mondly VR app is a virtual immersion tool that places you in simulated environments. You'll be immersed in all sorts of situations that require you to speak to locals, whether you're ordering lunch in a restaurant, checking into a hotel, or just making small talk with a cab driver. The VR app does cost about $5, which isn't that bad, but the bigger bummer is that you'll need an Oculus headset to use it. This might rule this feature out for a number of people. Luckily though, if you don't have an Oculus headset, Mondly also offers their AR app, which is free as long as you sign up for a premium account. The AR app takes a scan of your room and then uses augmented reality technology to generate a CGI teacher and animations right in the room in front of you. For example, if you're learning about food, the teacher will show you animations of soup, steak, vegetables, etc. And the instructor will provide some background and instruction in the CGI space before having you practice using these words and sentences. And you can even interact with the animations and get up and walk around to get a 360-degree view. It's pretty awesome. Personally, I found Mondly's VR and AR apps to be a nice change of pace from the standard lessons and a good way to add some fun into your language learning experience. And the apps are also a good tool for pronunciation and conversational practice, which is an area where I personally think Memrise could improve. With Memrise, you really just end up listening to and repeating words independently. In contrast, Mondly places you in locations and environments to simulate real-world situations and conversations, which in my opinion is much more effective. So overall, I have to give the win in that category to Mondly here. With that said though, I do think there are better courses and apps out there to help you develop your speaking skills. For example, I think Rocket Languages and Pimsleur are better than both Mondly and Memrise in this regard. So I'll go ahead and drop links down below to Rocket and Pimsleur in case you want to check those out. And that about does it for the detail in this comparison, so let's get to the final verdict. Should you choose Mondly or Memrise? Well, after testing each program, I think it's a very close call. The two companies are similar in several respects, but also have their own strengths and weaknesses. I think the decision here ultimately boils down to those VR and AR apps from Mondly that I just covered. If you're just looking to add a nice change of pace into your language learning experience and you'll actually use them, then Mondly is an awesome option. But if those things aren't really that important to you and you're just looking for some solid and well-designed lessons as well as a sleek app to learn a new language, then I'd have to give the edge to Memrise. And that's all I have for you. I hope this video has been helpful and you learned a little something. If so, make sure to return the favor by subscribing to our channel, liking this video, and dropping us a quick comment below. That'd really be appreciated. And again, if you want to see that full detailed written comparison that I mentioned earlier in this video, jump on over to our website, testprepinsight.com, where we have a ton of great content. Or check out the rest of the videos on our YouTube channel. Anyways, as always, best of luck and we'll see you in the next one.